First, let me thank the chairman of the NUJ for accepting that we hold this today at very short notice. Let me also thank you, dear colleagues and friends, for coming out to listen to us. This is important because, first, His Excellency the Governor's disposition towards information is that information should be available in a timely and usable manner. And therefore, it is important that we come to have information. Because, like you do know as professionals, information can become misinformation, it can become disinformation, it can become malinformation. And in any of its variants, immediately it leaves information. It doesn't do society any good, it causes harm. And traditionally, it's said that the absence of information concomitantly promotes the presence of rumor. And which is why, at the fastest available period, we must try to see how best we can get information across to you. The Honorable Commissioner for Works, accompanied by the Chairman of the Environmental Protection and Waste Management Agency, are with us to brief us primarily on what the state government has done since 2023 in their sectors and what the future plan is.
Beginning from May 29th, 2023, when the ship of the present administration, captained by His Excellency Pastor Moino, PhD, set sail, an impressive mileage has been covered in this voyage to expand the frontiers of infrastructure and consolidate on existing ones. Governor Moino has so far injected 47.93 billion into 36 of the inherited FGPC projects, while 4.04 billion was injected into 51 interventions, emergency intervention projects, inherited from the immediate past administration. This has brought us to a total of 51.94 billion, which has been spent on this category of projects. In the ARISE projects, 61 projects has been initiated or flagged off in one way or the other. Some of them have been completed, the Akbarende Market Amphitheater, Atiku Abubakar Underground Tunnel. Goreti is one of those to be inaugurated. 151 billion has been injected to finance 50 FGPC ARISE agenda projects, while 4.54 billion has been spent on 11 emergency intervention ARISE projects. In total, a total of 156.2 billion has been spent on ARISE agenda projects. Those are the projects of this present administration. We've heard a lot about Tabernacle Road. I want to take that. And when His Excellency assumed office, that was one of the first projects flagged off. And the greater part of the world for this Tabernacle Road needed deep excavation. And from the professional advice, as at today, I was at that project 2 days ago, we are at 11 meters deep below the ground. Has unfortunately been slowed down by the perennial rainfall. The contractor has assured us that by December, we should be able to open that road. That is an assumption that the situation that we have on ground with the rains will abate. The situation with the rain, we can't do anything about fixing the internal roads now. So we still appeal to AKSEPWMA to bear with us. The noticeable potholes on our intracity roads has already received government's attention, as the governor has directed the ministry to immediately engage 2 contractors, in addition to what AKSEPWMA is doing. We also appeal to AKSEPWMA people to desist from constituting themselves into emergency road construction experts through initiating additional designs like speed breakers on the roads, as this can cause early damage to the road infrastructure. The right thing to do is to approach the Minister of Works with such suggestions. Let me iterate the firm and sincere commitment of the administration of Pastor Moino, PhD, to complete the road infrastructure projects he inherited by previous administration in Akwa Ibom State, as well as completing the ones initiated by his administration. As the rainy season ends, I assure you that this government, through the Ministry of Works and Fire Service, is set to swing into action and exert the needed pressure on contractors handling road projects to complete them within scheduled deadline.
It is a collective responsibility of all of us and governments to ensure that our state is clean. As individuals, we have a responsibility to take care of our surroundings and ensure that we contribute to a clean and healthy environment. This can be achieved by simple actions such as proper waste disposal. And His Excellency the Governor magnanimously approved the appointment of some resource persons who are undergoing training right now, and they will resume on the first day of November 2024. I'm also glad to announce to you today that His Excellency the Governor has approved the purchase of 5 number swing arm garbage trucks and 5 number compactor trucks. He has also approved the construction of 50 number 6,000 liter dumpsters for a start, which will be placed in different locations with high volume of waste within Uyo capital city. His Excellency has also approved the release of 100 men from Ibom Community Watch as environmental marshals to Akwa Ibom State Environmental Protection and Waste Management Agency. His Excellency has also approved the construction of Uyo Village Road. In constructing that road, we as an agency, we must decommission the present dump site in Uyo Village Road. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
You've mentioned the opening sum of over 208 billion naira being injected into infrastructure in the state last 1 year. Do you think this amount spent is commensurate with the work done and completed?
So the amount spent is commensurate. We are not saying that this amount will finish the roads. We are still working. And immediately they finish the mobilization, they put their IPC, we certify what they have done. The governor has in his office a delivery unit that we send all our payment to them, they verify before these contracts are finally awarded. Because he doesn't want a one-way that we stay in the ministry, do a BEME and award, take to FGPC to award. Any BEME, any contract we want to award, when we have finished at the ministry, we send to the governor's office. There's a project team that go through our BEME, certify the cost, and then before it goes to FGPC. So in terms of due process, minus Bureau of Public Procurement, everything is done.
To the 21.5 kilometer Ikolonya, Nediene, Ikontia, Uruanaira, Ikon Seye, Put Nongdom Road. All right, with 45-meter span bridge in Ikon. There's been a lot of controversy on the construction of that road. That contract was awarded to Z Construction in 2021, but sometime last month, the Permanent Secretary, Finance and General Purpose Committee sent a letter, or issued a letter, terminating that contract. I'd like you to speak to the allegations and what's stopping the construction of that road.
We terminated this contract this month. In April, we had written them a letter, which they signed for, complaining about the standard of their work. Number 2, subletting contract without the approval of the ministry. Because if we give you a contract, especially road construction, if you want to sublet any part of the contract, you have to write to the ministry and we'll give you authorization. And particularly, what bothered the ministry on inspection, several inspections, was the poor performance of that company. As we speak, go from the beginning of that road construction to the end and show us a site of Z Construction Company on that road. We wrote the letter on the 15th of April, it's here. We wrote another letter 22nd of May on the same issue. When we terminated, we invited them for joint measurement, which is an engineering practice. The next thing we received was a letter from a lawyer. Anybody that is avoiding what they should do, there's something, a skeleton somewhere in his or her cupboard. So that is where we are, my brother.